Ladies and gentlemen, Internet, I've got an announcement before this video starts, and I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible. During this video, and thankfully this video only, the video is extremely laggy. I don't know what caused this to happen or what I changed to fix it for subsequent videos, as all I changed was some settings on my web browser, but because of this I'm going to do a very quick rundown of what I'm doing in this video. If the lag makes this unwatchable, I completely understand that, so by giving you the rundown of at least the key elements of these 2 days in the video, you'd be able to move on to the next episode and know what went on in these 2 days. I'll also be publishing a video right after this, so if for whatever reason this is one that you can't watch but you still want some Stardew, the next one will be coming up very shortly. Looking at my audio as well, apparently also only 8 minutes of commentary got recorded out of the 52, and then it just stopped. But thankfully, once more, this will only occur for this video, but it does mean that I'm going to be doing post-commentary and speeding up the video, which actually does fix a decent portion of the lag. Again, I want to stress, this only happened for this video. This also means that I'm not going to be doing much editing here or adding any extra notes in the video, so you won't miss those either. Alright, let's do this. Welcome back, everybody, to Fantasy Farm here on Stardew Valley. As you can see, we are going at hyperspeed for those that did not watch the intro. The reason for this is when playing the game at normal speed, and thankfully only for this video, it was super choppy. I noticed it a little bit while I was playing, but I did not think it was to the degree that it was shown in this recording, and thankfully you're not seeing it here by it being sped up. But it was no bueno. It was not pretty. So, by speeding this up and doing post-commentary, we are going to have a much shorter video, as you can tell by the time amount here today. It is going to be a lot shorter, but I did still want to show what I could show. Even if the video is choppy, I do think that that's still better than just skipping 2 days completely. So, as for what we did today on the 19th in-game, pretty typical farm stuff taking care of the crops, chopping down the wood and all that stuff. And also, after this, we go to the Traveling Merchant and buy a cherry from them. This is specifically for the community center, as it is a fruit tree. I could absolutely grow it. However, this is one of the spring fruits, so it would take quite a while to actually get it naturally. We wouldn't be getting it until year 2, essentially. I also ended up chopping down the rest of the forest in Cindersap Forest, what was left of it, and then went mining for predominantly coal, but also a little bit of iron as well. Both of those were pretty obvious things of just, hey, I need to get more resources, so that's why I ended up doing this. As for one other thing that occurs in this video as well, that I pretty much essentially accidentally ignored because I thought it was at a later date. I thought it was after that fishing tournament, not before. That was my mistake. Is Demetrius's birthday is today. So, yeah, that was completely and totally on me. Of course, we will be seeing his birthday thing, but I think I'm going to be doing that at the end of today, oddly enough. I ended up deciding to go ahead and put Demetrius's birthday stuff in here now, simply due to the fact that, hey, if you actually are using this for a guide, it'd be better off to know it now rather than at the end of the day when his birthday is, you know, already over. For Demetrius's love list, thankfully you've got 2 pretty easy options here with the strawberry and the ice cream. As long as you saved some strawberries, and with how adamant I was about you should have a lot of these, you should be able to use a lot of these for making jellies, but also keep some, it's pretty likely you've got at least one of these left, but if you don't, ice cream is also a completely viable option by simply going to the ice cream stand whenever Alex is manning it and buying it. It's a thing that occurs during the summer, and we're obviously in summer right now, so it's pretty likely that you'll be able to have this. When it comes to the bean hot pot and the rice pudding, both of these are recipes given to you by different people whenever you get to 7 hearts, so it is possible that you have these, it's just not very likely. For Demetrius's like list, honestly, both of these options are not super great. Of the 2, the purple mushroom is better, as you might have one of these, so I suppose if you really just do not have anything else, you could give him a purple mushroom. Just be aware, as it says on the tin here, it is a bit of a rare item. Do not give him a dinosaur egg. If you have a dinosaur egg, you should be incubating that in a coop, and if you finished doing that and you have a second dinosaur egg, then you should donate that to the museum. giving Demetrius a dinosaur egg in year 1, I cannot see anybody willingly and wisely doing this. So, yeah, I would say stick to the strawberry or the ice cream. But if you want a quick rundown without having to skip to the end of the video, ice cream is your best bet, as well as strawberries. So if you've got any leftover strawberries, that works. If not, hopefully you are able to get to where Alex sells the ice cream right next to the museum, and you can buy that off of him. I did mention that prior of, like, a lot of people like ice cream, so you should buy a few of these. So both of those are relatively easy to find. Obviously, we've got another stormy day here, so what that means, of course, is we'll be seeing more battery packs as well, and it's been a surprisingly very, very rainy summer, which is definitely not bad. It's just usually I don't see this much rain in summer. I usually see, like, maybe 3 to 4 days total, and we've been getting 3 to 4 days back-to-back a few times now, so it is a bit surprising, but it is very welcome as well. So with all of that taken care of, essentially here I'm just going for, again, the coal and the iron. However, it is worth noting that pretty soon here, I am going to start coming back here and actually chopping down, or cutting down, or mining down, whatever you want to call it. I am going to get the stone as well, because stone is a resource I'm going to need to start upgrading the coops, as well as the barn for getting it put up and building those as well. All of those are going to need stone. And while we do have, I'm hesitant to say enough wood, but we have much more wood than we do stone right now, and we are going to need that stone. So whenever coming back here for resources, I actually probably will play the mines as you would normally play them, rather than doing the strategy that I typically do. It is worth noting, if you have the money and less so want to wait the time out for doing this, you can buy stone as well, as you can with wood. It is a resource you can buy. If you're going to do that, buy it in year 1, as the prices for wood and stone are going to increase at the start of year 2. They will send you this in the mail. They'll let you know. But just be completely forewarned on that you are probably going to want to grab any stone or wood by buying it that you can before year 2 starts. The dwarf is also over here, and his birthday is going to be coming up decently soon. I believe it's in the next video, so we'll talk about it then. But I do want to draw attention to it now as well, if for some reason you're watching the video that his birthday's not in, and also the super sped up one because of the lag. It is worth noting that if you do not have all of the dwarf scrolls by the time that his birthday rolls around, and therefore do not have the translation guide to be able to understand him, you can still give him a gift. However, it will not affect your friendship with him. He will still remain at 0 hearts, so just be aware of that. That was a mistake that I ended up making, so spoiler alert for anybody that's sticking through a sped-up video due to whatever that mistake was. And truthfully, I have no clue what caused it, and I'm glad it's only for this one video. And thankfully it didn't just completely delete the footage, so we've at least got something to look at, I suppose. It is a bit odd to watch this occur, because I'm watching it in the sped-up version right now in this post-commentary, so it's very weird to see me, like, literally sprinting through the mines and swinging the sword like a madman to kill whatever I'm trying to get rid of. It does look really funny. But ended up doing, like, pretty well alright here for iron, some other resources, some gems and whatnot. I keep going back and forth in my head on, do I want to just sell any gems that I pick up, because I know later on we'll get an item that will help in basically getting infinite of any type of gem that you want. But at the same time, you know, that's still a decent ways away. It'll be a reward from the community center, I believe, if you're looking for that item. I believe it's in the bundle where you just have to buy the bundles, and I believe it's the most expensive one, but the reward for that is pretty good, so it is definitely an option. So I'll get some gold ore started, put everything else away, and we will move on. As you can see, we got a pretty good profit there, but we will move on to day 20. As for day 20, which is a Saturday, we start with essentially the farm routine as usual here. There's nothing too terribly different out from this. Again, the batteries are here because it's been stormy. We've got more rain as well, so, you know, expect to see more of those. The summer squash are ready, so while we're not getting huge influx of crops every single day because the blueberries aren't ready every single day, we are still making some headway in getting those. After that, I pick out a couple things that I'm going to be using, as I do plan on upgrading the pickaxe today from steel to gold, as well as chopping down the stumps over here, which is our usual, to hopefully get up to level 10 pretty soon. We'll find out. And a couple trees have grown here. I've been thinking about replanting them because we're going to, you know, we ate up all the trees. It might be a good idea, it might not. It's going to kind of depend on how fast I need the wood. I might end up doing a little bit, but we'll see. It's still a little up in the air, I think. Regardless, once all that is taken care of and put away where it needs to be, or sold in this selling box, our next course of business is this message right here, which is Demetrius asking for a melon. How fitting that he has a quest to give him something after his birthday, so me thinking today was his birthday, I just decided to bring him a melon and also bring him an ice cream so we could get both the benefits of each. Which you still get a benefit, it's just not the, you know, bonus for it being his birthday anymore, so oh well. Regardless, that gold pickaxe is tossed in, so we'll get that upgraded decently soon. Be aware that the gold weapons, instead of it being 2 or 5,000, it doesn't increase to 7,000 or 8,000, it's actually 10,000, so they are quite expensive. It's one of the reasons I would say you're probably either going to upgrade your tools to gold first, or you're going to build the coop and the barn first, but it's very unlikely you would be doing both at the same time. You could, it's just very unlikely. Right there, you get to see a quick little peek at the inside of the coop. As of right now, the coop, as it stands, can only hold 4 animals, and all of them have to be chickens. Sorry about that, had a quick cut there, so I'm just going to potentially repeat what I just said, because I was looking at how much it would cost to upgrade this coop. As the coop stands right now, it can only hold chickens, and it can only hold up to 4 at any given time. Whenever you upgrade these, and you might be able to see it really quickly here in a second, right there, that it will also unlock ducks. So you'll be able to put ducks in there, and you'll also be able to increase the amount of animals you have from 4 to 8. There we go. We give him a little ice cream and the quest he had, so that increases our friendship with him a little bit. But it's one of the reasons I do recommend getting to the deluxe coop right away. Because not only are you getting the max amount for the coop, you're also being able to put... Sorry about that next quick cut again. For some reason, after recording the host commentary, it just cut out part of my game. Or rather, cut out part of my audio for the post commentary. Not sure why it did that. Thankfully, there's not much else to go over, but I can at least finish that sentence of... The upside to upgrading the coop is not only do you get more space to be able to put more individual animals in there, it also gives you different types of animals as well. And the deluxe coop not only increases that to a higher counter, but you actually get lots more options than just a duck or a chicken. You can put several different things in there, like the rabbits or the dinosaurs even. And on top of that, it also has the auto feed system, so that you don't have to grab the hay and bring it to them every single time. All you have to do is just make sure to pet them to keep their happiness up, and then all you have to do from that point is just do your resource collecting, so it's not nearly as time-consuming. We talked about this towards the start of the game, of why not build a coop as early on as the game would recommend that you do, and it's just that animals require a lot more maintenance than the crops do. The crops, sure, you gotta water them every day, but the animals are a lot more finicky at times. And obviously having to build the resource itself to even be able to get them in the first place means that you're going to be spending a lot more money and resources. As you can see, we just picked up a book there, Jewels of the Sea. What Jewels of the Sea allows you to do is whenever you catch a fish of any kind and you also catch a treasure chest, then you'll be able to potentially get roe from them. You can also get this roe by making the fish ponds, which is a thing you can get from Robin, which is not too terribly expensive. It just requires some seaweed and some algae. But if you put a certain type of fish in there, they will periodically give you roe as well, which can be used for a few things. In particular, the sturgeon roe can be turned into caviar, and you will need that for a quest later on. But for the time being, it's kind of cool to eliminate the middleman, but it's not too terribly important. Later on, it will come in handy, though. So pretty much the last thing that we have to show here is just the trout derby, and you'll be seeing a little bit of this tomorrow as well, but going over the rules very quickly. There are two different derbies. There's the trout derby, and then there will also be a squid derby that will occur in the winter during the, or at the ocean, rather. For both of these derbies, you obviously are trying to catch a specific type of fish. In this case, it is the rainbow trout, and they'll be available all over Cindersap Forest, so it does not matter where you fish, you will be able to find these, in terms of you don't have to be, like, right next to the tent or anything. That said, I do recommend being near it because it's easier to turn in the prizes, because it's just right there. In addition, all the little NPC villagers, while they will occasionally do things like say, hey, I got one, or, you know, like, felt a bite or anything like that, they can't steal the fish from you, so you don't have to keep yourself away from them to have higher chances or anything like that. The way it works is you would go fishing as you normally would. They would obviously make sure that whatever is in here, in this case the rainbow trout, is available to be caught, so if it's not normally, you will be able to get it now. And each time that you catch a rainbow trout, there will be a 33% chance that you get a golden... almost said a golden ticket. A golden tag. You've seen a couple of these, and then you can trade those tags in for prizes. The prizes are not super great. They're exclusive in the sense of, like, they're usually just things that are aesthetic. They're not anything like a star drop. The first one you get will, I believe, always be the camping tent, but outside of that, what it gives you, I think, is random, but it cycles through, so you won't get the same prize twice until after you've collected every prize. I'm not 100% certain on that, but that would probably be the most likely. These can range from wall decoration items to additional bait to triple shot espressos. There's some kind of cool stuff in there, but if you decided that you don't really need all the aesthetics or these little small bonuses, if it was more important to you to go mining or anything like that, you're not missing out a lot here. It's a cool little event, but again, not missing much here. In my case, I just decided to fish until 1. You can turn in prizes until you pass out, so 2 o'clock in the morning, but I decided to just call it there, sell all the fish that I got, and leave it be. The tent's kind of a... the tent is kind of a cool item in the fact you can place it anywhere outside and use it to sleep anywhere, which sounds like it would be a game changer. Surprisingly, it's kind of limited in what you can use it for, so just be aware of that. Regardless, that is all for this episode. Thank you for indulging me having to speed up all this audio and having a bunch of weird recording issues. And thankfully it will not be the case in the next one. So, till then, I will see you all later. Also, you get to enjoy this sped up. It sounds really funny.